welcome to Arthur L. Williams Stadium in Lynchburg, home to the Liberty Flames, and fans have been eagerly anticipating this clash and filling up this stadium quickly. Today we're set for a clash between these two rivals from the Mountain West. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Jacksonville State Gamecocks, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Liberty Flames. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Gamecocks will put total leather and we'll get started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Offense getting set for first down. First play of the drive, it's the end around. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
And wide receivers are doing this more and more in college football. You see them motion and shift all over the place. They give them the football a lot. Sometimes they use them as a decoy, but nice, positive game. But more importantly, defense understanding they're ready for it. Good stop.
Trying play action. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block.
Forced out of the pocket. He chucks one out to the right. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. The Flames send out the punt unit. First one of the day is on its way, and he's been sort of scarce around here, only called on 1 time in that loss last week. Makes a move. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. First down for the offense. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Gets it out quickly. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Snap it to the back. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down marker.
Caught over the middle. It's Stewart. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Runs through the tackle. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run, then you open it up for the passing game.
Running back searching for a hole. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
And the extra point was good. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Salter. Throws to the wideout. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
And the offense is out on the field with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Jacksonville State.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Get it out on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Has this head coach lost his mind? Does he know where the ball is on the field? He's going for it this close to his own end zone. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They might need a telescope to find the first down marker, but they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they can't connect, a costly turnover on downs.
Yeah, and I tell you what, that takes some onions to go for it in your own territory like that. I mean, they're treating this like it's a video game. They don't even care. They don't worry about the outcome. No big deal.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Looking to throw, it's Hop. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
Offense gets set for second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Gets it out fast. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
This defense has been sliced and diced, and now facing another first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the third touchdown.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Looking to throw, it's Salter. Dances away. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And it's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Flames.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's right. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Wide receiver shows motion. The lone back's got it. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. First and 10 from their own 24-yard line. this offense with a fresh set of downs. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Got his man downfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Looking to throw, it's Huff. Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Now the play fake. They're bringing heat. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job by the defense. Tearing it over. It's still the first half. This is a good start.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Looking for a huge play. He's got it. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
We've seen really nice balance here on this drive. Quarterback's 3 for 3. He's picking this defense apart. They've also run the ball well, too, and here they are down close to the goal line. This defense has no idea what's coming next.
Got it behind the line. It's Brown. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And they take it in for 6 more points. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Georgia is on top, but this is a close game. And, you know, back in the day, you'd feed Herschel Walker and go home. That guy needs to emerge for them today. They're up by 6 over Arkansas. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Quarterback checking off. Looking downfield, it's Salter. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Fires deep on the run. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Man, that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And I'll tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
third down going up top. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. And the Flames headed quickly to the line. They'll immediately call timeout. Three straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 4th down, trying to find his man. He'll take another shot here. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gotten out everybody right now on the same page.
Second down coming up. Single back formation, and they give it to it. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. How would you run the ball in 2nd and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping a manageable 3rd down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in 2nd and long. Nice answer. Nice run by the running back.
Standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Finds a crease at the 20. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And he tacks on the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that.
He tries to take the top off. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Dropping back, it's Salter. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Makes the grab inside the 30. And he breaks into the open. Touchdown, Liberty. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And coming into the game, you look at the stats, and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Leaves it with the running back. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27. He's got 99 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Direct snap. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
And that last run is just a nice job seeing the hole, exploding through it. He has had a heck of a night. Now with that carry, over 100 yards on the game. That's the mark you really want to hit as a running back, and he's got that here tonight.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Coming after him. Trying to make magic with his feet. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. To the air, it's Huff. Pocket starts to collapse. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. They'll give it to the back. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
It's unfortunate for this offense, guys. Had they not had the mental errors and mistakes early in the drive, they'd be sitting pretty right now. Even after that long gain on the running play, they've still got 4th down.
He's moving out of the pocket. He'll let one go down the right side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain.
That's a big-time completion. Guys, I think they caught the defense napping right there. I think everybody on defense thought that they were going to maybe throw to the sticks on that one, but instead, quarterback had some other ideas. He had a matchup he loved one-on-one, vertically down the field. He took advantage of it. His guy made a great catch. Let's keep this drive going.
They'll go with a direct snap. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over a hundo on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
Pressure coming. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
7th play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Huff. Lets it fly. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll put the tight end in motion. handoff to the lone back. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
The DBs will back off a bit. Off the play fake. Moves around to clear up the vision. Going to try to get it himself. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up the clear before he's forced out of bounds.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just ending it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. They'll try to get the first through the air. It's complete. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the 1st half. Before then, they can get another score. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Gamecocks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He'll do it himself. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, looks as if the defense got... And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to throw, it's Huff. Quickly complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Needs to get it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Jacksonville State.
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense, spreading them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. To the air on 1st down. Dances away to buy time. Now looking to throw back to the middle. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. He'll bring it out. It's right. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling on until they find an answer.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Snap it to the back. Got enough for the first. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed, so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, and quarterback making good decisions, it is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
Yeah, another good run. I feel like we could put that on loop, Jesse. Just another good run, another good run, another good run. Over 150 yards on the day. He's been the complete package, showing off all his skills today.
The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Movement here from the tight end. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Small game, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. Now he's looking to throw it. Caught near the sticks. It's Stewart. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give him a 1st down.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback moving. He'll let it go down the right side. Fires and picked off. Trying to take him back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
When you get that quarterback and he starts to leak outside the pocket like that and roll, you roll with him. Those linebackers are supposed to move and shift with them, start to take away the field towards the sideline, because think about it, he's not going to throw it back across his body. The defense read it well, moved with the rollout, and made the big play.
Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. To the air, it's Salter. Keeps looking downfield. He'll throw one to his right. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down. It is a valuable tool to have a quarterback that can extend a play like that. But sometimes you're smart to be check down Charlie and just take something easy and not invite disaster.
Because when you roll out, you're rolling out, you're cutting the field in half, right? The defense starts to run from one side to where you're rolling out to. The field kind of shrinks, and it kind of becomes a little bit of backyard ball. And you could tell he forced that one in there. Didn't get the interception, thank goodness, but it wasn't a great decision.
Feeling some heat. He'll pull it down and run.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Quarterback adapted. Turns and fires a risky pass back to the right. He holds it in, and nobody's close. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. And the Flames want to crank the tempo.
Acorn! Gorilla! Gorilla!
He'll come out throwing on first down. Getting some heat. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them they'll get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are...
A shot toward the end zone. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty.
Jackrabbit!
Wants to throw on first down. Using his legs to buy some time. Into the end zone. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try him much more. Goodness gracious, you can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. Second interception. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You might want to try the other side of the field.
Here comes the offense on first down. They move the tight end all over. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. And it was worth the gamble with the long pass. It's incomplete.
Hey, man, they've got a big lead on offense, and they are still taking shots. They are challenging this secondary deep down the field. They barely missed that one.
The incompletion on first down leaves them with 2nd and 10 from the 43. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Running to the left. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense. They're churning out positive yardage early.
Now on 3rd down after that run. Direct snap. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Back to pass, it's Huff. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And the Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Using his legs, it's Stewart. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is, Go hit it. Get the first down. Don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
The Gamecocks will have it 1st and 10. The give to the lone running back. Fights his way ahead. They get him down after a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 12. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Power football with the run. Mark it off as a 6-yard gain down to the 6-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. And the beatdown has ensued.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
They marched 56 yards to the end zone, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. One final play before the end of the quarter. They'll throw it on 1st down. Out of the backfield, he's open. There to make the stop, and we played 3 in this one. First down to start the drive after the break. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They're trying to get to it. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
He's going to let it go. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He's going to run it. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on 4th down.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Hop. He's got it. Hits the spin cycle. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, and A similar situation with a lead like this, they'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive.
Touchdown Gamecocks! And the pummeling has started. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Finds a man in the middle. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. The Flames will hustle to the line. Looking to go up top on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. On the move at the 30. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his speed as he moves those sticks.
These quarterbacks are nightmares to play. Pretty good coverage on the outside. Man-to-man, nobody looking at the quarterback. He takes off. He doesn't look like a quarterback. Looks like a running back. Chews up yards, gets way down the field, and makes a big play for this offense.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. The big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking for a man. It's Salter. Trying to get to it. Man, here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never let him get into a rhythm.
Lost one deep down the right side. Makes the catch. They will score. Touchdown, Flames.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that. Put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of those top 15 teams who did battle today. LSU dug down deep and found a way to secure a coveted road win. And who knows how the pundits will view this one, but I tell you this, it sure beats trying to explain a bad loss. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football get upfield and chew up some extra.
And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. They'll go with a direct snap. And they're able to get him down, but not before he gets to the 2.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I'll tell you what, 4th quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. They'll throw it on 1st down. It's complete on the right side. Gets away from one. He's got space. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He'll turn it loose out to the right. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. So after the huge chunk play, they've got it 1st and goal from the 10. Handoff to the single back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. This offense has a 2nd down play. Dropping back, it's Huff. Buying some time. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing.
Time to take a shot. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Got him down quickly after the pick, but, man, do you have to take care of the ball down here, and they didn't. They'll mark it at the 27.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy.
Looking for the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And the point after is good. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily...
He's going up top. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Looking to the big tight end. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Looking to pass. It's Huff. Now improvising. Slings it downfield. Pulls it in. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal. One more play to pad the stats. Go straight ahead. And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae.
And I think some people don't like that. They think it's piling on. But listen, the offense is running the football. They're not throwing it all over the yard. Your job to stop it, even though we might have some fun handshakes at the end of this one.
Just complete and utter dominance. And this one outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and, man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games. Forget the heartbreakers. This play could decide. Just frying pan meet face, ball game over.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, Dave Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.